How's it going, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. So, with me today, I have the Mutant and the Gista by Spirutus Systems. And I've been using these for about 6 months, 6 or 7 months on my active duty plate carrier, and for training and recreational stuff like that. And I want to give you my opinion on them. And also, we're going to go in a deep dive of dimensions and what will fit in there, or in these pouches, as in common use items, not common use items, but what ultimately could you fit in here to give you a good idea, would you purchase this or would you spend your money on it? So that's the whole premise of this real world take on these two pouches. Let's send it. All right, so first off, I am not affiliated with Spirutus Systems whatsoever. There's no kickbacks. They don't know I'm doing this. I'm not receiving anything. So you could buy 10,000 of these products or none of these products, and it won't help me one bit because I have no connection to them. This is just my opinion. So like I said, I've been wearing this on my active duty military plate carrier. We're going to start off with the Mutant here, and then we'll move over to the Gista. So what is this pouch? I mean, of course it's considered the Mutant, and it's kind of combined a lot of things with it. So the main premise of why I wanted it was a comm setup, and then also a general purpose pouch that I could stuff things into. Because I'm often carrying binoculars, rangefinder, other smokes or stuns, and I'm not carrying them all the time, but just at random points in time that I may need them. But comms was a given. And how I saw this was set up, it was fairly nice because this is kind of a dedicated comms pouch, I guess you could say. It doesn't have to be that, but that's what I used it as. So this rode underneath my left arm, which was really nice on my plate carrier. And I use this immediate pouch right up here, which we'll get into. This pouch right here as a pouch for Motorola. That's where it went into. Fairly nice. It originally had a keeper off the top of it to kind of cinch it down. I removed that because I had no need for it, but it worked out fairly well. So as you see, this is 4 MOLLE wide, which is kind of difficult for some carriers or whatnot. So you're definitely going to need it's going to take up a wide footprint, but at the same time, it has a huge amount of space inside of here. So as you can see, now it has loop on both sides. So if you have, say, magazine pouches or some kind of other admin tasks or something like that, divider, you could put that in here as well. So of course, off this side, like I said, this is bungee retainer. I guess it has like kind of this stretchy material on the inside as well, as you see. So you can kind of stuff things down inside here and it'll retain its, composure or pressure, I guess, compression, you could say, on it, which is fairly decent. The flap in general for the admin side is actually fairly well designed, in my opinion, because it has a ton of hook and the loop down here. So you could adjust it all the way up here and it'll still retain. So if you have something larger sticking out, it'll just come over the top. Now you also have a buckle that you can buckle into this if it's more permanent and you don't want the accidental, yard sale of your stuff to come out. Or you can really cinch this thing down, right? So you can just use this portion here and come all the way over the top of it to get it really thin and streamlined. It almost disappears against your body if you're not needing this and there's nothing inside of it. And this can still be bumped up, as in if you run a radio pouch here or a radio and nothing else, it'll fairly disappear as well. Another cool thing is on the back or the opposite side, it does have 2 rows of MOLLE, which is pretty cool. So you could put maybe another pouch or whatever you want. I have often contemplated, but I have not done it, is running this as a dedicated med pouch, is putting all your medical stuff in here and then your quick access things like, tourniquet and maybe trauma shears in here. And then you could even add, other items off the side. I have not done that, but it is definitely possible. Now, to give you a quick rundown of things that will honestly fit in here. So first off, PMags, all right? So PMags will fit in this and you can go run them this way. I don't recommend it, but this is just a explanation of saying, hey, how many PMags will fit. So it'll run 5 PMags all the way across here. And then if you want to add 1 in this little radio pouch, then you get 6. So you can do 6 PMags all the way across with this little one hanging out, and then whatever pouch you could add on here. So if you move over to GI mags, you can fit 1 more, mainly because they are much skinnier. And you can do 6 across here. So 6 GI mags to give you reference of whichever direction you want. And then again, you could add 1 here. So you could do 7 magazines in this pouch, just for, quick reference, which is pretty good. I've also put binos in here. I've put smokes and stuns, which is pretty nice. You can just cover it up. It won't go anywhere. A full MRE will actually fit inside of this and then come all the way over to the top just on the edge, which I don't know why you would want a full MRE in here, but I'm just saying, I'm trying to give you dimensions of explaining how big this pouch can actually manage. Now, of course, the Nalgene test. Will a Nalgene fit in here? Yes, it will. It will not, it'll barely go over the top, as you can see. Just barely the edge of it, which is pretty nice. So that gives you a good, understanding of literally the stuff you can fit in here. Not gonna say it's gonna be great comfortability wise, but yes, a Nalgene with actually probably another magazine to spare on the side will fit in this. So to give you some dimensions, like rangefinders, stuff like that, other admin tasks, whatever is necessary in general. My dual PVS-14 setup will also fit in here, which is pretty nice. And that is on the noise fighter mount, which is pretty big, and PVS-14s are pretty big in general. So ultimately, I think it's a pretty cool pouch, honestly. I showed you the dimensions of it. I think it's very kind of a niche role, but also you could use it in multiple different things. It's pretty decent for a radio pouch. 4 across on the Molly, just to understand that. Does have a drain hole, and also this strap comes all the way from underneath, so it really cinches it down if necessary. So is it worth it to you? I don't know. I have been using it. I've been trying to find a replacement, believe it or not, for it, because it doesn't fit all my needs, but fit, finish together, like the stitching, all the materials are excellent. They are really good. Really enjoy it. I have had no issues accidentally snagging this on things, and I've never had any rips or tears. So let's move over to the Gista. So first off, the Gista is a 3 wide pouch, so different than the 4, which is kind of nice, as you can get it into a little bit more different places. So of course this is much smaller, or not, I wouldn't say much smaller, but it has different uses. Now this one also has a breakup inside. It has a smaller pouch along the back here, as you can see, with hook and loop, or just loop across this side, and then you also have kind of your large pouch here. This is not it's still adjustable. You could really max it out or slimline it. This is a fairly slimline pouch, but one of the cool things about it is this back portion, is it has loop on both sides, so you can fit other items. So it's like 2 pouches into one. It's kind of like a magazine pouch or a random admin pouch, and then you have another one stacked on the outside. So for instance, what I typically run is a magazine in here, which is really nice to just get 1 extra magazine, and then you can run, other items. You could do a pistol mag, you could do, like, here's a Vortex monocular that you could put down in there if you wanted to. I would normally put chem sticks or something in there because they're easy to get to. You don't even have to run the magazine if you don't want to. You could put a radio in there. It's up to you as the user to put whatever you want. But yes, it is fairly designed for a magazine, for as an AR and then a pistol, or an AK and a pistol, whatever you prefer. Interestingly enough, it does come with a loop system, like right here, is it can fit through a belt. So if you want to run this on a belt, you definitely can. And if you want to attach this to Molly, you also can do that as well. Pretty nice tab here. Works out fairly well. And then also you have your large open area. So will an Nalgene fit? I don't even know. Let's check it out. Okay, so that's how much room you have. I doubt this is going to close, correct. worked. Yeah. So you have dimensions of an Nalgene inside. It's just not going to come over the top. So just giving you some, you know, potentials. It's fairly large. I normally run a VS17 panel back here, and then I also put a lot of snacks and food. This also on my chest rig, you know, kind of an LBE type of harness and stuff. This will also run on my left side, and I put snacks, food, and other stuff in here that I can quick access to get to. So it's fairly nice. Again, construction is the same, smaller pouch, and it has that division or dividing aspect. Now, if you don't want to run this, you know, like this, you don't have to. You could probably put a double stitch of hook across here, so you could cinch it up, and then this would disappear if you really wanted to. But yeah, I've been using it, both of these products, for a little while. I hope that was kind of in-depth, just kind of giving you an idea of what will fit. Heck, we'll even do a magazine in here, just to see. Same with that, it'll fit, go over the top. Yeah, so I like them. I'm gonna continue to run this one personally. This one I'm looking for a replacement for. And it's not because it's bad quality, it just doesn't work for me. Now, it may work for you, and that's awesome. So go ahead, dive into these products. Again, I make no money off of this if you purchase these or not. It doesn't really matter to me. Sure, of course, I would like to get, you know, some pennies or cents back, because then I could roll it into more gear. But hey, it is what it is. I'm not making any money off this. I'm just sharing you my experience. So in that, if you could please subscribe. It's free to you, and it helps me out a lot, is me sharing some of my real world experience here and just giving you an overall footprint. All I ask for in return is maybe a like or a subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. If you're looking for more stuff like this, there's definitely more videos in the past and upcoming about gear and all kinds of cool stuff. Whatever you're interested, outdoor stuff, military stuff, bug out bag, you know, all that kind of stuff is definitely here. Other than that, hope you enjoyed this, just kind of real world take on it, and I hope y'all have a great day.